Delivered straight from the hand of God, the G11 is fast becoming my favorite friggin' weapon in this game. I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and this is just, I don't know. I know it's early, I know a lot of players don't have the experience yet, but you know what, I'm in the same damn boat. But the G11 certainly does help. It takes a little bit getting used to, but damned if this thing isn't friggin' kick-ass. Now, I haven't loved a weapon like this since, I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Since COD 4 days when I picked up that that beast of an M16 with a red dot and went, wow, this is a one-burst kill. This weapon is amazingly accurate and kick-ass. And then I moved to the SMG MP5 with red dot and just never looked back. And I mean, I used the M16 in Deathmatch, but I haven't played COD 4 in a while. I do like it a lot. But this G11, damn, this thing is friggin' amazing. I mean, I kind of wish that it had a red dot, but at the same time, this scope seems to be working out quite a bit, quite well for me. And I don't know, I played lots and lots of these games, but this weapon is great. I mean, some people were complaining this thing, oh no, M16's better. I think it's because you're used to the red dot. I don't know. But it's a burst fire. I'm not sure. I think it's a 3-round burst, the same as the M16, but I don't know. It seems to be working out a hell of a lot better for me than the M16 is. Maybe Treyarch was so worried about the M16 getting the bad rep that it had in COD 4 days that they kind of, I don't say nerfed it, but maybe balanced it more, if that's the proper terminology. I don't know. But definitely, if you haven't tried the G11 or if you don't have it unlocked yet, when you get it unlocked, definitely give it a shot. Don't just use it once. I mean, if you're not used to burst fire weapons and all you use is SMGs, you might be a little frustrated by this. But I mean, and put sleight of hand on it. You definitely want sleight of hand on it because it's scoped, and unlike the sniper weapons, this actually does allow you to sort of scope in really, really fast. And it has a variable scope, variable zoom scope on it as an option too. There's only two. There's the low-powered scope, which is what I'm using right now. Absolutely love it. Love it. And then there's the variable zoom scope. And for those snipers that are, hating it, and I agree with you. Listen, I'm not a huge supporter of quick scoping 24/7. I appreciate the fact that there are some mad skilled people. I know I'm always bringing this up, but I just wanted to bring it up because it's relevant to this weapon. For those of you that are kind of pissed, and then this isn't a sniper rifle by any means, but with the variable scope on it, or even using this low-powered scope and using sleight of hand on there, this thing acts friggin' brilliantly. I would say it's probably closer to the M21, you know what I mean? It's an assault rifle that can act like a sniper rifle, and especially with the variable zoom. Now, I'm not a sniper, so I'm not used to, I can't use that variable zoom very well, and I don't hardly ever use it, and I haven't used it very much on this weapon, because I love the low-powered scope here. I think it's a friggin' brilliant. It's brilliant. It's just so good. I mean, I'm even actually trying to use it for Nuketown. It hasn't been working out so well because usually Nuketown is predominantly an SMG. Plus, when you notice when I'm using the scope, it does cover up a lot of your peripheral view, which is dangerous in Nuketown because it's such a small map. Everyone is everywhere, but it does make for some interesting kills. I'm determined to make it work for Nuketown, and I'm determined to get some good recordings using it there. But honestly, if you haven't tried it, you definitely got to give it a shot. The G11 is friggin', as far as I'm concerned, it is an epic gun. It is going to be fast becoming my absolute favorite weapon that I've used in the COD series. Of all of them, like, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, and COD 4. COD 4, my weapons of choice. Regardless as to whether you think they're scrub weapons or not, I use weapons that are effective, and I don't care about the whiners. They can keep whining and getting owned. But the M16 with red dot, the MP5 with red dot, and that's what I use predominantly. And I was predominantly a search player as well. But anyway, then World at War came, and I used the carbine, the M1A1. Loved it. Loved semi-automatic weapons, but the semi-automatic weapons in Black Ops suck balls. Treyarch didn't balance them. They nerfed them, just like they kind of did with they did with sniper rifles. I have a very fast trigger finger, and when I use some... Oh, look at that clinch. Stupid. What an idiot! God damn it, I hate it when I do that. And no, I'm not going to switch to tactical. I need to have that melee option on that button there. I don't want to do drop shots. I'm not switching to tactical. Every time I mention that, you guys are like, switch to tactical, gun, switch to tactical. I'm not switching to tactical. I hate that option on there. I like default. But I clinch all the time. It's, you know, that reaction friggin' knifing, and it gets me killed. It doesn't happen like... You know, it doesn't get me killed every single time, but it's still annoying when it happens. Like that. I mean, I don't want to be using... taking my thumb off the controls to actually go and knife someone. I mean, that's ridiculous. And I don't do drop shots, so I don't care about that stuff. Anyway, back to this. So the M1A1 was my favorite assault rifle, and then I used the Type 100 as my SMG. Then comes along... Modern Warfare 2... and the Mini Uzi, of all things, becomes my SMG. I absolutely love that weapon. And then I kind of went back to the M16. It wasn't as notorious as it was in COD 4, although there were still the scrubs out there that are just stupid and are like, oh, it's M16, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, it's a completely different game. But you always get that. So I think it was the M16 and what else? What else did I like? I like the FAL. The semi-automatic action on that was friggin' awesome. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And it was a two-shot kill, so that's also brilliant. But unfortunately, as I was saying, in this game here, Treyarch, you know, I want to support them in bringing balance, but they screw players like me over. I'm not an accurate player, okay? I don't have crazy accuracy. I also don't have the skill set of being the fastest 1v1er on the planet. You know what I mean? An SMG and an SMG, if we're both carrying them, and one of you guys that come across you could very well end up friggin' owning my ass. Where I excel, and I'm able to sort of outperform many of the other players, is in my trigger finger, is in the use of semi-automatic weapons like the FAL and everything like that. Unfortunately, in this game here, Treyarch has decided to nerf it by putting a limiter on there. So as I fire quickly, really, really fast, it locks it up on me. Suddenly it unlocks, and then all of a sudden I gotta stop firing to stop it from locking up, which is absolutely bullshit. So there's a lot of things here. I'm not, at this point here, I'm saying that Black Ops is not my favorite. Anyway, we'll go into this further later on. I'm Guns. Peace. Get the latest updates and stay in touch with the NGT community with their all-new Facebook application. Check the description of the video for details.